Hi again. We're going to pick up where we left off. We just finished up talking about universal design for learning, and now we're going to have a discussion about backwards design. Backwards design is an effective planning method that encourages us to start with the end in mind. Instead of sitting down in front of our Blackboard course and starting to add learning activities, we begin with what we want students to achieve or the learning outcomes. Backwards design has three key stages. We identify the desired results. What should students know and be able to do after they complete this course? We will determine acceptable evidence, which is how will students show what they know. And we will then plan learning experiences to help them demonstrate what skills and knowledge they've acquired. Stage 1 of backwards design focuses on identifying results. A crucial first step is to begin for the problem-solving assignment for Gen Ed assessment is to become familiar with the Gen Ed problem-solving rubric. For Gen Ed students, it's important to note that this rubric is a developmental rubric, meaning we expect students to score in the 1 or 2 range. So the columns are not, the numbers are not correlated with like a 1 is a D and a 2 is a 3 is a C and a 2 is a B. It's not like that. It's a developmental continuum where 1 is a first-year student, 4 is a fourth-year student. Here's the rubric, and you see the numbers here that I was talking about in each column header. The rubric's categories over here what the student should be able to in all the cut levels help us define the learning activity for students, and we see all the objectives that are broken down in the realm of problem solving through this lens. Let's move on to stage 2. Oh, whoops. You might be asking yourself at this point, why are we all using the same rubric? I thought this was important to touch on. Using a common rubric across courses is a fundamental component of effective general education assessment. It ensures that our assessment is both valid and reliable. A valid assessment accurately reflects the knowledge, skills, or abilities it's designed to measure. When our assignments are designed in alignment with this common rubric, the results we gather are more meaningful and accurate in our reporting. A reliable assessment consistently produces similar results under the same conditions. By having shared expectations across different course sections, we can trust that the data we collect is more consistent. This standardized approach allows us to aggregate results to understand learning across the entire Gen Ed program. It helps you as a Gen Ed instructor and the institution identify strengths in our student learning and then pinpoint areas where learning can be improved. It does not mean that everyone uses the exact same assignment or assignment design. You will use your academic freedom to design an assignment that you are comfortable administering to your students, and that will be used for your Gen Ed assessment. Now we're on stage 2. This focuses on how students will demonstrate learning. So we're going to focus on determining acceptable evidence. This means identifying what concrete evidence in your students' work will demonstrate that they've achieved the learning outcomes. The rubric provides specific examples of evidence at different proficiency levels to guide you. This stage involves planning both in-class and out-of-class activities. You'll also identify any additional guidance or support that you might need, and crucially, you'll determine how you will grade and provide feedback to students on their achievement. If you would like to explore different ways college instructors across the country have been working to update their grading methods, there's more information available in Module 3 of this course. As you work on your assignment design, remember to think about making the task an intriguing problem to really engage students, and also to apply the transparency in learning and teaching framework to ensure your directions are clear. There are more resources in your module folder for transparency in learning and teaching and for task as an intriguing problem. Both of these are important strategies for effective assignment design, and again, you can find them in the Blackboard module folder. This brings us to stage 3, planning learning experiences. Here you will create or revise your assignment prompt, drawing heavily on the TILT's framework structure and intent to ensure clarity and purpose. In this stage, you will also identify the instructional strategies, scaffolds, and materials you'll use to help students succeed. Scaffolding, as the University of Buffalo defines it, is an instructional practice where you gradually remove guidance and support as students become more competent. This support can be for content, processes, or learning strategies. And that is it for the 3-stage process. Your worksheet for this module will guide you through those 3 steps as well. And finally, I'd like to touch on the way Universal Design for Learning is used in this module's PowerPoint and all the resources I've provided to you. So you'll see how I identified multiple means of representation being present, multiple means of action and expression, and multiple means of engagement. I also added the UDL graphic organizer, mainly just to highlight to you that I was able to identify many areas of UDL that are incorporated into this module's learning and activities. And some of them were on purpose and some of them were not intentional. Some of them have become part of my teaching repertoire as I've tried new things and experimented over the years with teaching. So as I mentioned in another module, start small, and small means small. Start with small changes. Get good at them, feel comfortable with them, get feedback from your students about how they're working, and then move on to trying different areas of UDL or any other assignment design. Thank you so much for your time. Remember that I am here to support you via email or through the course email system. So you can message me there as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.